Here's your wrestling news for June 17th, 2021. And your headlines for today include: will Charlotte Flair's defeat at Hell in a Cell help her momentum? Bobby Lashley not closing door on MMA return. Piper Niven responds to body shaming after WWE Raw debut. Adam Pearce hints at the return of WWE King of the Ring. Tony Khan explains why he's glad WCW failed. One more important item stolen from WWE ThunderDome. Drew McIntyre responds to him getting too many title shots lately. New John Cena film dropping straight to Hulu, and more. We're kicking off today with Hell in a Cell, where Charlotte Flair will challenge for the Raw Women's Championship. The most decorated female performer in WWE history, this will be a WrestleMania 36 rematch. But whilst Rhea Ripley was the NXT Women's Champion a year ago, she now holds the Red Brand's top prize. Flair missed WrestleMania this year, but returned quickly afterwards, reinserting herself in the Raw Women's title picture. And much like Drew McIntyre, has remained in contention because she wasn't the one pinned at WrestleMania Backlash. Whilst we're sure WWE will put the title on the Queen eventually, it won't be this Sunday, as Ripley is the heavy favorite to walk out still the champion, and will no doubt have a strong showing. Ripley is the star that WWE is building up now, so it makes sense that Flair won't be winning this Sunday. And even their feud has been less about Flair being seen as a threat to the Australian superstar and more about Nikki Cross, who holds victories, albeit by technicalities, over both the champion and challenger. A loss this Sunday won't be the worst thing for Flair, and it could be argued that her momentum has a better chance of increasing out of the title picture, as WWE has no plans to take the title off Rhea Ripley. Like Drew McIntyre, Flair could benefit from some time away from the title picture, and that's exactly what she'll get after Hell in a Cell this Sunday. As WWE Champion, Bobby Lashley is on top of the professional wrestling world, but he's also fought before in MMA and isn't afraid to return to combat sports. This week, Fightful Select released a preview of their upcoming interview with the Almighty, who revealed that he's not saying no to a possible return to the cage. Fightful reports, Bobby Lashley won't close the door on MMA, and says that he's had conversations with Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. However, he's still under contract to Bellator, so he'd likely have to fight there. Bellator could possibly arrange a fight between Lashley and AEW's Jake Hager, though we'd have to see if both Vince McMahon and Tony Khan would sign off on that. It's likely that Khan would be more willing to agree to that fight than McMahon, but even if that interpromotional match doesn't happen, Lashley is ready to fight again in a bout that isn't predetermined. On this week's Raw, Piper Niven made her Red Brand debut, destroying Naomi as Eva Marie's new partner. Though Niven's performance was impressive, plenty of fans mocked her appearance, and after Mia Yim defended the NXT UK star, Piper is speaking for herself. When one fan called out others for body-shaming Niven, but not her male counterparts like Kevin Owens, Samoa Joe, and Otis, Niven responded by saying that successful big people are often shamed because they remind people of their own shortcomings. She explained that too many people want to believe that success is only for perfect people, and that's why they didn't achieve their dreams, but people like Piper prove that you can be successful no matter what. Plenty of WWE superstars have come to Niven's defense, but now stars from outside the company are doing the same thing. Not long after her debut, Gail Kim of Impact Wrestling fired off a tweet in support of Piper, saying, "I'm so happy for your success, Viper. You deserve it all because you put in the time and hard work. Love your attitude and nothing but the utmost respect for you." Time will tell what Piper and Eva Marie do together, but the former Total Divas star has already teased challenging for the women's tag team titles. Piper Niven has a ton of support behind her and is also the first NXT UK superstar to get a main roster call-up. And we're sure she's going to keep doing her thing no matter what some trolls say or what her name ends up being on the Red Brand. What are your thoughts on Piper Niven's response? Do you think this is even something that she needs to address? Let us know your thoughts by sounding off in the comments section below. One person fans can see plenty of on Raw is Adam Pearce, who has hinted at the return of the King of the Ring tournament. During the bump, King Corbin discussed his reign as king, saying that Shinsuke Nakamura is a coward for wanting to steal the crown, and said he has much more respect for Xavier Woods, who said he wants to earn the opportunity to wear the crown. Responding to a clip shared by WWE's official Twitter, Pearce said he's had conversations with Corbin about the King of the Ring tournament, telling fans to stay tuned. WWE's last King of the Ring tournament was in 2019 and saw Corbin defeat The Miz, Cedric Alexander, both Samoa Joe and Ricochet in the semifinals before defeating Chad Gable to become king. We'll have to wait and see whether WWE hosts another tournament soon, but for now, it's Baron Corbin who rules over WWE as King of the Ring. AEW news next, as the company has thrived since its debut in 2019, and whilst there's still areas of improvement, the All Elite promotion has certainly shaken the wrestling world to its core. The first time in almost 2 decades that WWE has had genuine competition, the last company who did that was WCW, which ultimately went out of business. Speaking to Forbes magazine, AEW president Tony Khan discussed WCW and what his company is doing now, saying, "I'm glad that WCW failed because it created a vacancy for us to come in and succeed, but it made it a fairly bleak period for the wrestling business." Khan has previously said that he doesn't want AEW to be another pro wrestling company from the past, and with an 8-figure investment into their video game department, Tony Khan is certainly willing to spend a lot to ensure his promotion doesn't go the way of WCW. Back to WWE, and earlier this month, the company was the target of a thief who was caught on video stealing items from the ThunderDome at the Yuengling Center. Now we know one of the items that the man stole, as on Twitter, United States champion Sheamus revealed that his Celtic cross pendant has been taken and asked people online to help track the man down so he can recover it. Sheamus wasn't messing around, promising ringside seats and many beers for whoever helps him recover his stolen pendant, and we can only hope that the culprit is apprehended and brought to justice very soon. Now, when Drew McIntyre won the men's 2020 Royal Rumble and went on to defeat Brock Lesnar for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania 36, fans were excited to see someone new and fresh on top of the company. Now, a year and a half later, some fans are getting a bit tired of McIntyre being on top, and that's something Drew knows all too well. As the latest guest on Out of Character with Ryan Satin, McIntyre was asked about his tenure in the main event, saying, "Because of my journey, all the ups and downs, I'm so hardened to criticism. But I never worry if it's constructive criticism. I appreciate constructive criticism. I understand some fans may be like, ugh, I'd like a new fresh face in the picture." Since winning the WWE Championship at WrestleMania 36, McIntyre has had 12 WWE title matches on pay-per-view as either the champion or challenger, so it's not hard to see why fans are getting tired of him. In the interview, McIntyre noted that he's been in the title picture for over a year, but defended himself, saying, "I don't think anyone is saying, oh my goodness, Drew's not working as hard as he can to give us the best matches possible and do the best he can with every interview possible. I think it's more, I would like to see something different here and see Drew do something different over here." If McIntyre doesn't win this Sunday inside Hell in a Cell, he'll never have another title opportunity whilst Bobby Lashley is champion. And a loss against the Almighty may be what gives Drew the opportunity to do something different before fans turn on him. After all, there's plenty of examples of WWE using babyfaces so much that fans turn on them, from Hulk Hogan to John Cena to Roman Reigns, and we're sure that Drew McIntyre doesn't want to be the next top babyface that the fans turn on. And we're ending with some news from John Cena, as he's rumored to return to WWE very soon, but he still has some movie projects in the pipeline. Cena has already filmed Vacation Friends, his long-awaited beach-themed comedy, and whilst we now have a release date, it won't be heading to cinemas. Instead, the film will head straight to Hulu on August 27th, as confirmed by Cena himself. That release date is just 6 days after SummerSlam 2021, where Cena is expected to face Universal Champion Roman Reigns. And given that the 16-time world champion filmed this movie alongside Lil Rel Howery, Yvonne Orji, Meredith Hagner a while ago, hopefully Vacation Friends is worth the wait when it hits screens this August. Well guys, that's our news for today. Please share your comments below. Also hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon to receive all notifications. And as always, thanks for watching.